Hello and welcome. This is Amaka Ifebunando, the Excel coach, and in this training, I'll be showing you how to generate the employee pay slip. Previously, we had a training where we applied the new tax law or an already pre-designed template where we compute the personal income tax, which is also known as PAYE for salary earner, personal income earners, right? So we designed that. You can see that here. If you follow through the previous training, I'll be dropping that training in the description section of this video for you to go and watch. So we are able to come up with this template where we tweaked it a little in order to ensure it is compliant with the new tax law that will be taking effect from the 1st of January 2026, right? So this was what we designed. So what we're going to be doing in today's training is to ensure that we design something of like this, that we're going to be designing a payslip that populates the information of each employee, picking them from the practice sheet, which is the personal income tax computation sheet, right? So this is what we're going to be designing in today's training, and I'll be showing you how to automate this process, right? So having done that, let's just go right into it. So we'll be doing that in the payslip practice sheet, right? So this is more like a mirror of what you just saw on the payslip sheet. This is more like a mirror of it. So you input the name of the organization you're working for or that you have, then the business address, right? You can use this two line to populate for the business address. Then this is the salary month. What month are you about to generate for the employee, right? Then you select the employee information here. So here we're going to be inputting a list data validation, because if you look here, if you look in here, you know that there is a drop down list. So we're going to be inputting that in here, right? So for this, you can, if you have a company logo, you just delete this, select it, click on delete on your keyboard and insert your company logo in here. So that is just what you need to know. So let's just go in with automating the process. So immediately we select any employee it populates. So you can see it here. As you select any employee information, it just populates automatically, right? So you may be using the employee's name, maybe using the employee ID, whichever, it's okay and it's fine, right? So let's go right into it. So the first thing is for us to ensure we have the list data validation, so that we'll have a drop down list that we can select from. So you select this cell, go to your data tab, we're already there. Then click on this under the data tool, click on this data validation, select it, and while you are still on the setting tab, just select this list option here under allow, then click into the source. Immediately you click your cursor into the source. Let's go to the practice file, because that is where we'll be sourcing the drop down list from. So this is our employee code. You just select the range and you're good to go and say okay, right? So you can see we have the drop down. You can see we have the drop down list. So that is the first thing to do. So the second thing is for us to automate this to be populated, so that immediately we select any employee, it populates automatically, right? So follow me closely, as I'll be inputting just one formula. I can just copy and paste to other cells, right? So I'll be using the index and match formula in automating this particular employee pay slip. So equals to index, what's the array we are working with? You go to your practice file and you select, this is the array we want to pick from this set. So I will ensure the range is absolute, meaning that I want to lock it, because I'll be copying the formula downwards, right? So we want to lock it, both the row and the column, right? So you just press F4. So you notice there's a dollar sign before the column and before the row. That's why you can see B5 has a dollar before B and dollar before 5. The same thing with the Y and the 16, right? So that is it. So what's the next? We want to select the row number. So we'll be using the match function, And what are we matching? We are looking at this employee ID, right? So also make it absolute, because we'll be copying the formula downwards and we don't want this cell to change while we copy the formula downwards. We want it to remain at this position. So we're making it absolute. So where are we looking it up from? We're looking it up from this particular range. We are looking it up from this particular range. We'll also lock this F4. Then we're saying get me the exact. So 0, you can just click on this or you put 0. I'll just put in 0 and I'll close the bracket. We are done with the row. So you put comma, let's go to column. Column is the next. So we'll also use match function to get the column number. So what's the column? What are we looking up for? We're looking up for the salary, basic salary. This is the first item we are looking up, one of the first elements. So here I may not be using really absolute. I'll leave it at relative because I'm not copying the formula to the right, but I'll be copying it downwards. So I want the cell to keep changing while I copy it downwards. So when I move to the next, it should look for housing allowance. When I move to the next, it should look for transport allowance. So I'm not going to lock it I'm not going to be locking this C12. So I'll leave it at absolute, right? So say comma. Where am I looking it up from? So we'll go to the practice. We are selecting this range, from this range to this point, right? Then we'll make it absolute, then comma, then we're looking for the exact, then we close the bracket and we'll also close the bracket, right? So that is it. So immediately you notice that the basic for this employee 009 is 1,320,000. So if you go to the practice file 009, employee 009, you can see 1,320,000, meaning that our formula is correct. So all we need to do is just to copy and paste, right? So you can just copy and paste downwards, copy and paste downwards. But before we continue copying to paste, we'll just enclose this formula in an if NA formula, meaning that if NA, what value should it bring? So I will just leave it empty, meaning that just leave that cell empty rather than popping up NA, right? So copy the formula downwards. Good. So having copied it, we can just copy this and also paste it here. And copy downwards. Good. So you can now add this and also sum these up. Good. So the net pay will be this, the gross amount minus the deductions, right? And here we go. So this is our payslip. So for this employee 009, the take home and the net pay should be 1,129,282, 1,129,282. You see, this is 1,129,000. So automation is correct. So if you change any employee here, definitely you'll get details for that employee, right? And when you are done, the next thing is just for you to say Control P, and you can either save it as a PDF, send it to the mail, or print it out and issue it to the staff. You sign here, and the HR representative sign here, and a copy of it is being filed, right? So this is how you go about generating the employee's payslip from a pre-designed automated personal income tax computation database, right? I believe you understand this and you've gotten value from this. If you have, please do what to like this video, hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell to get notified whenever I upload value tips like this. So see you in the next video. Bye for now.